Looking back over this semester in pastoral theology, I'm struck by the depth of the materials we have engaged with and the honesty of the reflection the materials have prompted. From readings and frameworks to cultural and social narratives, I found this journey deeply formative for my understanding of pastoral theology and my development as a chaplain, vicar, and eventually as an ordained parish pastor. In this final reflection, I will critically engage with the topics of pastoral theology, pastoral formation, course engagement, and self-care, hopefully weaving together insights from the assigned readings, theological principles, and personal experiences. Pastoral theology at its core seeks to ground ministry in the lived experiences of faith, bridging the divine and the human in meaningful ways. This theory aligns with the works of theologians like Friedrich Schleiermacher, who emphasized the importance of lived faith and experience in theology, and Paul Tillich, who explored the intersection of theology and existential human concerns. Over the semester, 3 images of ministry have emerged as models for me: the shepherd, the wounded healer, and the prophetic voice. The shepherd, as described in Helsel's Pastoral Care and Counseling, is a figure of guidance, protection, and compassion. This image resonates deeply with my role as a chaplain and interim parish pastor, where care often involves accompanying individuals through life's valleys. The shepherd's ministry is relational, offering presence and reassurance. In the book of Daniel, the protagonist's flawed but compassionate ministry reflects the shepherd's heart as he navigates personal struggles while offering care to others. As a shepherd, I am called to create spaces where individuals feel seen and valued, regardless of their faith tradition, worldview, or socio-political ideology. The wounded healer, a concept developed by Henry Nouwen and echoed in Helsel's work and Dr. Swain's Carrier framework, emphasizes that our own vulnerabilities can become sources of connection and healing. This image has particularly significance for me as someone who has experienced divorce and significant life transitions. In Greenleaf, characters grapple with personal wounds while striving to lead. This is a good reminder that authenticity and vulnerability, combined with proper boundaries, are crucial in ministry. The wounded healer model enables me to engage meaningfully with individuals from diverse histories, spiritual practices, and worldviews, while acknowledging our flawed and shared humanity and honoring their unique journeys. The prophetic voice, when defining prophetic or prophet as truth-teller, represents the call for justice and advocacy, as highlighted in Lardy and Moon's post-colonial images of spiritual care. This image aligns with my theological commitment to inclusivity and social justice, grounded in the example of Christ's ministry. The prophetic voice challenges systems of oppression and speaks hope into despair, engaging with interfaith and multicultural communities. This model requires cultural humility and a willingness to learn from others' wisdom. For instance, in my hospice chaplaincy, the prophetic voice emerges in advocating for dignity and holistic care for patients and their families. Although I have previously spent years digging into my family of origin stories as part of my formation and mental health process, I found Dr. Swain's Carrier framework useful in unpacking more of my formation and its implications for ministry. Each component of the framework has added to my self-awareness and clarified my pastoral identity. Pastoral collegiality has been shaped by my experiences of teamwork in both ministry and professional settings, teaching me the value of mutual respect and collaboration. Growing up in a non-religious household required me to navigate relationships with differing worldviews, fostering adaptability and empathy, qualities essential for ministry and collegiality. Pastoral authority for me is rooted in authenticity and relational trust rather than positional power. Helsel's emphasis on listening into care has reinforced my belief that authority is earned through presence and integrity. This has been a growing edge for me, particularly as I balance humility with confidence in my call. My pastoral identity is shaped by my diverse life experience, from my journey through the business world to my role as a single dad and interim pastor. These experiences have cultivated resilience and empathy, enabling me to connect authentically with others. They also remind me of the importance of continuous formation and self-awareness. Pastoral responsibility involves accountability to God, the community, my family, and myself. The ethical dimensions of pastoral care, as discussed in Helsel's and Lardy's works, underscore the need for clear boundaries and intentional care. My accountability is informed by my Lutheran theological framework, particularly the principles of grace and vocation. Engaging with peers and mentors has provided valuable feedback, helping me remain grounded and open to growth. My strengths include empathy, resilience, and a commitment to justice. Vulnerabilities arise from my perfectionism and occasional difficulty delegating tasks. Growing edges include developing greater confidence in my pastoral authority and deepening my theological articulation. Addressing these areas involves intentional reflection and seeking mentorship. Through the semester, I found myself most engaged during discussions of the Carrier framework and post-colonial perspectives. These readings challenged me to think critically about cultural dynamics and the intersections of power and care. Conversely, I felt somewhat disengaged during the various group role-playing exercises. The course structure, with its emphasis on self-reflection and practical frameworks, was affirming. I appreciated the integration of case studies, which brought theological concepts to life. Self-care is foundational for sustainability in ministry and happy, healthy, fulfilling life. Over the past 3 months, I have returned to the practices that nurture my well-being, which include regular exercise, art, photography, and meaningful friendships. My continuing self-care plan includes setting boundaries around work, engaging more deeply in spiritual disciplines, such as prayer and scripture study, and seeking supervision and peer support. Helsel reminds us that pastors are not immune to burnout, has reinforced the importance of prioritizing self-care as an act of stewardship. This semester has been informative, equipping me with additional tools and insights for faithful and effective ministry. The interplay of theology, personal formation, and practical application has deepened my sense of call and clarified my vision for pastoral care as I continue this journey. I carry forward the lessons of shepherding, healing, and prophetic advocacy, committed to embodying Christ's love in all that I do. Thank you.